Hi! I wasn't planning on doing any videos while I was on vacation, but I do have some extra time, and as always, lots that's on my mind. Being here in Phoenix definitely reminds me of how prevalent the Matrix really is. Just looking around at everything, and I mean, I see it. The moon, the stars, the sun, nature, it's all starting to not kind of looks fake. And then being where everything is really fake, it's just brings a lot of thoughts. So, what your math teacher didn't teach you 101. Let's go back to the division symbol, double vision. So we're gonna keep the whole as the numerator, and we're going to keep helio, or the false light, as the denominator. This is the singular, the 1. When it reflected itself into the -1. But if you look here, that is a negative. It is out of balance. It is a negative fraction. So again, it has to divide itself on the denominator in order to balance it out. So here you have the negative, the 1, the whole, the singular, that's always going to be there. And then here you have the reflection of that, the -1. And then it's going to reflect itself again into the positive 1. We say that computers are coded in 1s and 0s. 0 is not a number. 0 has never been a number. 0 does not exist. Nothing can not exist. If it has been, then at one time it was. So 0 is false. It cancels everything out. It never could have been. It never will be. So 0 is not technically a number. So computers aren't coded in 1s and 0s. It's coded in this, the reflections, and the division and the multiplication of the singular. This is where Egyptian math comes in. So see here, so you have the whole, and then it divides itself, and then it divides itself again, in order to balance this out, because now this is going to be a balanced fraction. So it is 1 over now 2 parts. So the way that this existence divided, it just kept reflecting and reflecting. So now you have your 1 over 2 parts that now turns into 1 over 4 parts, and then 8, and then 16, and then 32, and then 64, and then 128, and then 256, and then 512, and then 1024, and I can literally keep going on forever and ever. When you're dividing by 2, the inverse law of multiplication and division tells you that when you're dividing a fraction, it is the same as multiplying the inverse. So here, when 1/2 is divided by 2, it is also the same as 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. You learned everything that you needed to know in school. They just didn't tell you what to do. And then they put, the way programming works is it's usually a 2/3, 1/3 ratio, where they give you 2/3 of the truth, and you believe that 2/3 because it's the majority, and then they give you the 1/3 that is not truth, and then through that they can alter your perception. So they have to give you things that are going to resonate with your being, and then they get your subconscious by twisting it, by putting their own perception on it. You don't need anybody else's perception but your own. I came to a really wonderful realization. I was driving to work, and I looked out at the sky and the sun and the mountains and the trees, and they were all so small. I mean, like tiny. And it wasn't that they were all small, it's that I was bigger than it all. You come from the singular. Our consciousness is what made all of this. Where we come from, time does not exist. Everybody's in a rush to get out of here. There's no need for that. I remember watching it was modern day practices in Asia, and it is a chanting healing practice, where they take anybody that has an illness and they do energy work on them, and they do chants, and what they are chanting is, it is already done. It has already happened. We are being called home, and I realize that I've already been there, and I'm already going there, and it has already been decided, because I decided it. We will all, as long as it is within you, you will be returning to the whole. And I know that's where I'm going. But please, please remember to take every single minute of this existence and enjoy it. Because it's going to be hard, and it's going to be a test, and that is all we're here to do, is to test ourselves and to learn. And so this existence is going to be over in the blink of an eye. It is nothing in the scheme of things, because time does not exist where we come from. Here, where we are, it's a giant clock. The sun, the moon, the stars, it's all a clockwork. For us to experience time, we don't need to experience time. I'm going to get going. I mean, live in the now and take every single second to make every single bit of this experience that you can, because it will be over soon. And I don't know about you, but I'll be going home. Have a good day.